Time for Comeback Yoga, All Levels Yoga class. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. And if you have any questions, you can type them into the chat, of course. You know how it works. You don't need any special equipment for this class, of course. Just yourself and a little bit of space. Hello. Hi, welcome to Comeback Yoga, All Levels Yoga class. This is Susan. Hi, I'm Susan, and this is a 50-minute class. We'll be working together for 50 minutes, and when we're going to warm up, and then we'll um, do some stretch work, some strength work, some flexibility work, and then we'll cool down and have a little rest at the end, and we'll be done. Um, you don't need anything special to practice this class with me. Just have a little space of your mat. It's 2 feet by 6 feet. That's all you need. But as you're looking around, maybe you decide that you want to close the door, open the door, things like that. Give yourself a little more light, a little less light. Um, Find a pillow or blanket, have that close to you for your resting time at the end. Once you've done that, you can come back and sit with me, and we'll bring our hands together and pull your elbows in towards your sides, pull your thumbs toward your sternum, and sit up tall and notice the natural curves of your spine. Breathe softly and gently, inhaling and exhaling. Let your breath settle into its natural pattern and rhythm. Bring your hands front of your kneecaps and tuck your chin and curl your spine. And now to rock forward and lift your rib cage. Exhale and take your left hand down to the floor and stretch your right arm up and over. And push yourself up. Take your right down to the floor and your left arm up and over. Wrapping your left arm underneath your right. Hands together. Pull your elbows down towards your chest. Unwrap your arms. Wrap your arms around the other way. And pull your elbows softly down towards your chest. Unwrap your arms. Put your hands on the front of your kneecaps and tuck your chin and curl your spine. And lift up and draw a little circle with your torso around. Go one direction and then go around the other direction. Put your right leg out in front of you. Your left knee bends out to the side. Take your hands down, the fronts of your legs, tops of your legs, and stretch forward. Inhale to lift up. Put your left hand back behind you and stretch your right arm up and back. Put your hands on the top of your legs and lean forward. And lift your torso. Your left hand's behind you. Your right arm reaches up and back. Take both legs out in front of you. Roll through your feet, your ankles. Gather up your legs. Pull your thighs toward your torso. Wrap your arms behind your legs and lengthen your spine. It's time to do the other side. Your left leg goes long out in front of you. Your right knee bends out to the side. Taking your hands down the tops of your legs and stretching backs of your legs. Lifting up, your right hand comes behind you. Your left arm reaches up and back. And lifting and sliding your hands down, tops of your legs. Lifting your torso, your right hand comes back behind you, and your left arm stretches up and back. Take both legs out in front of you. Roll through your feet, your ankles, then gather up your legs. Thighs toward your torso, and lengthen your spine. Hold on to the backs of your legs and roll yourself down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest and draw circles. Both directions. Put your right foot on the floor, put your left foot in the air. Reach your fingers up with your toes. Turn your left forward, arms overhead, stretch out. And bring your left leg up and your fingers toward your toes. And stretch your arms overhead and your leg forward. Do one more. Lifting your hands and your foot towards each other. Opening, stretching, and gathering your leg, crossing your left ankle over your right knee, and flap your knee forward and back a bunch of times. And crossing your left leg from your right leg, stick your right leg in the air. Reach your fingers up toward your toes. Take your right leg forward, just above the floor, and your arms reach overhead. Your arms come up, reach your fingers toward your toes, toes toward your fingers. Your leg comes forward, your arms come overhead. And lift your leg, reach your fingers toward your toes. Your leg comes forward, arms overhead. Gather into your legs and kick around and move around. Lift your head, kick your heels up and roll yourself up. Cross your legs underneath you. Bring yourself into table position, and we're going to move through the cat and the cow pose. Lifting and lowering your tailbone, lifting and lowering your belly, angling your rib cage forward and back. Step your right foot forward towards the top of the mat and lift yourself into low lunge. Take both arms forward. Your left arm comes around in a circle and goes around. 2 times. And just goes out like the number 3 times. And both hands down. Framing your front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee. Stretch your back leg. Your back knee comes down. Walk your hands back. Ease into the half splits. Walk your hands forward. Bring your right leg next to your left leg. And move through the cat and the cow poses again. Lifting and lowering your tailbone. Moving through your spine. Shifting weight and stepping forward with your left foot this time. You lift yourself into low lunge and taking both arms forward. Your right arm keeps traveling around. And 3 times. Let's get this 3 is awesome. Taking both hands down to the floor, tucking your back toes under, lifting your back knee. Take a big stretch. Your back knee comes down, walking your hands back. Roll onto your heel, toes up. Walking your hands forward. Your left leg comes back next to your right leg. And one more time, we'll move through the cat and cow positions. Tucking your toes under, walking your hands back. Let's find squat. Your squat is simple. Just letting yourself move back, hips back toward your heels. Rock a little bit, tailbone pointing down. Taking your hands to the floor, straightening your legs, walking yourself back. Your hands might be on the floor, or your hands might be on the fronts of your legs, or your elbows might be on the tops of your knees with your fingers interlaced. Leaning back, lifting yourself up to standing, looking forward towards the top of your mat. Shifting weight onto your left foot. Let's find the dancer pose. Your left arm comes forward, your right arm reaches back, your right leg lifts. Now your right foot, your right knee might bend, and you can bring your thigh back a little bit. Bringing your back dancer leg forward, we'll rotate upper body, your right arm reaches back. And stepping forward into the dancer pose on the other side, right leg steps forward, left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Then you're bending your back knee, perhaps bringing your foot into your hand. And curling your back knee forward, your left arm reaches back. Stepping together at the top of your mat. Inhale to bring your arms out to T. Exhale, gather in, put your hands together, shifting right onto your left foot. Your right foot comes into tree pose. Your foot can come to the floor with your knee turned out, or it can come up to your inner lower leg, or it can come up to your inner thigh. Stepping back into the pyramid pose, hinging at your hips, tilting your torso forward. Bending into your knees, standing up, and gliding into tree pose with your left foot on the inside of your lower leg, inside of your thigh, or foot down on the floor. Stepping your left leg back and hinging into pyramid pose. Bending into your knees, lifting, stepping together at the back of your mat, inhaling to reach up and out, exhaling to hinge forward, putting your hands on the fronts of your legs, bending your knees on the floor, gliding yourself forward in the upward facing dog, and lowering down onto your stomach. Turn your head one side and lift your head and turn your head the other side. And lift your head and touch your chin down towards the floor, bending your knees, reaching your hands back towards your feet. Pressing your hands into your feet, lifting your thighs, lifting your torso a little. Breathe and breathe. And let go of your legs, hands on either side of your chest. Put yourself onto your knees and let your hips move all the way back towards your heels and let your body curl over your legs, rock a little bit from side to side. Lifting your hips, tucking your toes under, getting back into squat, elbows on the insides of your knee. Walking your hands forward a little. Curl your spine, tuck your chin. And straightening your legs, hands on the fronts of your feet, tops of your feet. Bend your knees and come up to standing. Looking down towards the top of your mat, hands together. Stepping your left foot forward, take your left arm forward. Your right arm comes back, tilt and open to the side a little. We're tilting into the triangle pose. Bending your knees to lift. Cartwheeling your arms. Take your right hand across over towards your left leg and your left arm reaches up for a reverse triangle. Your left hand comes to your right hand, standing up tall, shifting weight, and stepping forward. Your right arm comes on the inside of your right leg. Your left arm reaches up for a triangle. Inhaling to lift. Your left hand comes cross over towards your right leg. Your right arm reaches up for reverse triangle. Bend your knees to stand. Step together to the top of your mat. Inhale to reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the walls, hinge forward, bend your knees, and step or hop back to plank. Hinge into downward facing dog, pointing your hips up toward the wall of the ceiling. You can have your knees a little bent, straighten your legs. Looking your feet towards each other, your left leg comes back, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, step your left foot forward, coming into low lunge once again. Take your arms forward, and both arms reach around into the circle, reaching forward and up and around. You're rotating your upper body. It's a balance challenge. One more time. Hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back through, step back to plank. And hinge into downward facing dog. Since you're stretching into downward facing dog, you're just allowing yourself to be firm and steady in your breath. Walking your feet towards each other, your right leg stretches back, three-legged dog. Your right knee curls forward and steps your foot forward in between your hands, lifting into low lunge. The other side, taking both arms and glide them around 3 times. And 1, and 2, and 3. Your hands come down, either side of your front foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Step back to plank. and hinge into downward facing dog. Move your head around, bend your knees, lengthen your spine. Your knees come down to the floor, curl over your legs, stretch your shoulders out in front of you, arms out in front of you, and rock. Hands by your knees and lift yourself up. Glide yourself up to kneeling. Bring your arms out and up and overhead. Connect your palms. Exhale and draw your hands down, center line of your body. You're facing the short edge of your mat, probably. You can turn if you want to. I'm facing the long edge so you can see me a little better. Shifting weight onto your right knee, with your left leg onto the side. Roll onto your heel and turn your toes up. Glide your arms out. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, your left arm comes down, your right arm stretches up and over. Inhale to lift, your right hand comes down, your left arm reaches up. Both hands down. You can turn a little bit on your mat, maybe, and back to plank. Walk your feet out a little bit in plank, and walk your hands out a little bit. Get kind of a wide plank. Then your knees come down, coming up to kneeling, and stick your right leg out to the side. Roll onto your heel, point your toes up, glide your arms out, and tilt. One lays down on your right leg and your left arm stretches. Lift up, your left hand comes down towards the floor, your right arm reaches up. And lift, and you might turn a little bit on your mat, walking your hands forward, a little wider, feet tuck under a little wider, and move into plank. Walk your feet towards each other, walk your hands back a little bit, and ease into downward facing dog. And breathe. Bring your hands back toward your feet back towards the back of the mat. Bring your hands to the crooks of your elbows, and let your head hang and your arms hang. Bend your knees and roll yourself way up to standing, hands together. The back of your mat. Shifting weight onto your left foot. Slide your right knee forward, your right leg forward, keep your right leg forward. Step forward, tilt into pyramid. Bend your knees and lift. Shifting weight onto your right foot. Your left knee comes forward, your left leg comes forward, and step down and tilt into pyramid. Bend your knees and lift. Stepping onto your left leg, gather your right leg over your left leg, wrap your arms around each other, and sit down at eagle. Unwrap your eagle. Right hand to your right knee, left arm up. And stepping back, your left leg, your left arm, cross, sit down in eagle. Hold on to your left knee with your left hand, your right arm reaches up. Bird paradise. Stepping into the middle of your mat, walking your feet out to the edges of your mat. Inhale to reach out and open overhead. Exhale, pull your hands down, center line of your body, sit back in chair pose. Inhale to reach up and reach out. Exhale and turn your palms down and hinge forward. Inhale to gather in and reach forward. Exhale, bend your knees and sweep your arms in big circle. Connect your palms overhead. Draw your hands down, center line of your body. And hinge forward into wide-legged forward fold. You can walk your feet a little bit wider if you like. Right hand down, left hand up. And left hand down, right hand up. Both hands down, walk your feet in a little bit. Come down into squat. You can straighten your legs. You're in forward fold in the middle of your mat. Walking your hands back towards the fronts of your legs. Lift yourself all the way up. Roll through your shoulders, up and back and down. Hands together, stepping your right foot forward and your left foot back. We're coming into warrior one, bending into your front knee. Your back legs long. You're letting your whole body square to the front edge of your mat as you wish. Sweep your arms forward and up. Take your right arm forward, your left arm back, and we're stretching into the pyramid pose. Inhale to lift, stepping together at the top of your mat. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, sit back in a chair pose. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, stepping your right foot back, bending into your front knee. We're coming into warrior one pose. Arms overhead. Opening into triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. Bending into your front knee, sweeping your arms overhead. Exhale, step together, sit back in a chair pose. And sweep up. And arms out to the walls. And arms down. Put your hands down on the floor. Step back to plank. We can hop fast. Both knees down. Curl your legs and curl your body over your legs. Hands on the tops of your knees. Sit up. Slide your hands down to the corners of your mat. Lean forward. Cross your legs underneath you. Stick your legs out in front of you. And move through your legs and your feet. Reach down and hold on to your left leg and look it. Keep holding on to your left knee with your right hand. Rotate your upper body. And switch sides. Hold on, lean back, and rock it. And hook. And rotate and lean. And stretch your legs long, up your knees up. Hinge forward. Inhaling to lift, putting your hands back behind you. Lift your rib cage. Crossing your legs underneath you. Planting your hands down, spreading your fingers wide, tucking your toes under, and stretching back into downward facing dog. Walking your hands and your feet back towards each other in the middle of your mat. Bending your knees and rolling yourself up all the way to stand. Once you are standing, put your hands together. Then wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. Shifting weight onto your left foot. Pick up your right heel, turn your right knee onto the side. This is eagle arms with tree pose. You can do any variation of tree pose. Unwrapping your arms and finding balance reach. Both feet down, hands together, sit back into tree pose, chair pose. Standing up and wrapping your left arm underneath your right. And your left foot slides in for tree pose. Unwrapping into balance reach. And sit down in chair pose. Standing up, you're in the middle of your mat. Shifting weight onto your left foot. Take your right knee out to the side. Then gather up your right foot with your left hand. Half lotus pose, standing half lotus pose. Right hand comes to the center of your chest. Right foot down, shifting. And we're coming into tree pose, half lotus pose. You're holding on to your left foot with your right hand. Your left hand comes in front of your chest, palm facing in, fingers pointing up. Both legs down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, arms to the walls. And hinge forward. In half forward fold, putting your hands on the fronts of your legs, your torso, your spine is straight. And bend your knees. Come down in a squat. Tailbone points down. Your hands can be down on the floor, or your hands can be here, your chest. Rocking forward, your knees come down. Your knees walk back and back and back until you're at the back of your mat. Stretch yourself out into devotional pose and slide forward all the way down onto your stomach. Inhale to lift into low cobra. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes under. Push yourself back, hips toward your heels. Your toes are tucked under. Glide your torso up. You're in foot stretching pose with thunderbolt arms. Exhale your hands to the floor. Rock back and straighten your legs to forward fold. Knees come down. Arms overhead. Thunderbolt arms. Hands to the floor. Lower yourself down onto your stomach. Straighten your legs, lengthen your spine. Elbows tucked in. Inhale and exhale, lift your rib cage. Lower your torso, walk your knees towards each other. Push yourself onto your knees, toes tucked under, hips smooth back. Inhale to lift, thunderbolt arms. Hands to the floor, straighten your legs. Bend your knees and roll up. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands down, center line of your body. Take measured steps towards the middle of your mat. Step or walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. Inhaling to reach up and reach out. Exhaling, turning your palms down and hinging forward. Inhaling, gathering in, reaching forward. Exhaling and bending your knees, sweeping your arms, big circles, connect your palms overhead, drawing your hands down center line of your body. Stepping your left foot forward, your right foot steps back and back and back. We're coming into warrior two, angling a little bit towards the side of your mat. Arms come out to T. Turn your front palm up and glide into reverse. Straighten your front leg and ease into just a little bit bigger triangle than we did before. Legs are a little bit further apart. Bending into your front knee, coming back into warrior two. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. And hinge into downward facing dog. This time, stepping your right foot forward. Your left foot comes back, and your right foot comes forward, and your left foot comes back. Until you get into about the right position that you feel. You're maintaining your balance, and you're giving yourself a little bit extra work in warrior two. Put your fingers together, or thumbs together with your fingers. Lift your right palm up and tilt into reverse. And lengthening into the triangle. Inhaling to lift. Put your hands on the floor. Step back to plank. Your knees come down and your hips move back. Rock a little bit. Bring yourself up seated. Hands on the tops of your legs. Roll through your shoulders. Come forward onto your stomach. Bend your knees. Reach your hands back toward your ankles. Hold on if your arms reach that far. Then move your heels away from your hips. Lift your thighs a little. Lift your torso a little. Release down. Let go of your legs. Put one hand on top of the other. Chin on top of your hands and rock your heels left and right. And do that one more time. Reaching your hands back towards your ankles and your heels come up towards your hips. You can hold on and lift your chest. You can lift your thighs. You can move your heels away from your hips. Lowering your torso down, lowering your legs down. Placing your hands on either side of your rib cage. Rock a little bit. And push yourself up onto your knees. Take your right knee forward. Your left leg back. We're coming into the pigeon pose. Your left leg stretches back long. Maybe you tuck your toes under. Bring yourself down onto your forearms if you like. Take your right forearm, cross your legs, left hand reaches back. You could reach back and hold on to your foot. If you want to, bring your heel a little closer towards your hip. Releasing your leg, rolling onto your right hip. Your left leg comes around, back. In the double pigeon. Lifting the torso. Your left knee comes forward. Your right leg comes around. Settle yourself in. You're in the pigeon pose. You can bring your elbows down and rock a little bit. Encourage your heel to come a little closer towards your hip with your right foot. Letting your leg go. Rolling over. And coming into the double pigeon. Right leg on top of left. And hinge forward. And stretching your legs out long, rolling through your feet and your ankles, gathering up your legs, bringing your thighs toward your torso, wrapping your arms around your legs, and rolling back onto your back. Draw circles with your knees. Put your right foot down onto the floor. Your left leg sticks up. Left leg comes forward. Pull your left knee in toward your chest and cross. Left ankle right. Your legs lean over towards the right. Rolling back onto your back. Uncrossing your left leg. Stick your right leg in the air. Your right leg comes forward just above the floor. Your right leg lifts up and cross your right leg. Right ankle over your left knee. And then let your legs swing over towards the left. Rolling back. Uncrossing. Reaching down on the insides of your knees. Hold on to your feet and turn the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling and kick around. It's happy baby pose. Soles of your feet together, knees swinging out to the sides. Assisting your knees towards each other, placing your feet back down gently onto the mat. Walk your feet out a little bit and rock your knees. And start to straighten your legs long along your mat. And you can yourself into a resting position. Turn your palms up. Let your feet flop out from the center line of your body. Take a big inhale and squeeze. Squeeze up your fists, your face, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, your feet, and your toes. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and exhale and release. Do it again. Inhale and squeeze up. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and exhale and release. While you're in your resting position, you can start to pay attention to your different body parts. Maybe notice a body part that you want to move a little bit and even shift your position. Go right ahead. And start to notice your inhales and your exhales. Let your inhales and your exhales be full and expansive. your attention down to your right foot. Start with your toes. Notice your toes, bottom of your foot, your heel, top of your foot, your ankle. Notice your lower right leg, your knee, your right thigh, your right hip. Exhale to inhale and expand your awareness of your right leg from your hip all the way down to your toes. Exhale, the right leg, your hip be soft and heavy. Turn your attention to your left leg. Go down to your foot. Notice your toes, bottom of your foot, top of your foot, ankle, your heel. Exhale to inhale and notice your lower left leg, your knee, your thigh, your hip. When you exhale, allow your left leg to get soft and heavy from your hip all the way down through your toes. Now pay attention to your right hand, your right thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, pinky, center of your palm, back of your hand. Notice your right wrist, your right forearm, your right elbow, right upper arm, your right shoulder. Big soft inhale. Let your whole right arm from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips be soft and heavy. And notice your left hand. Start with your thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Notice the back of your hand. Notice the palm of your hand. And notice your left wrist, your left forearm, your left elbow, your left upper arm, your left shoulder. Big soft inhale. Exhale. Let your whole left arm from your shoulder down to your fingertips get soft and heavy. Notice your torso from your hips, up through your belly, through your rib cage, your chest, your shoulder blades, your back, your collarbones, and the base of your neck. Take soft inhale and allow your torso to expand. And exhale, allow your torso to get soft and heavy. Turning your attention to your neck, your head, and your face. Taking special note of your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your skin. Big soft inhale. Expand your awareness of your neck and your head. Exhale and let your neck and your head get soft and heavy. Take a big inhale and expand your whole body, your awareness of your whole body, your whole self. Big soft inhale and expand from your toes, through your hips, through your shoulders, through your fingers, up to the crown of your head. Soft inhale and exhale, your whole body be soft and heavy. Keeping in mind that maybe at some point you'd wanted to sit up and you could have, but you can now. Maybe you want to roll over onto your side. Maybe you don't like this position and you want to adjust or change. Keeping in mind that you have a choice what time you have to stay anywhere you want to. Take soft inhales and exhales. Welcome to stay in resting position for as long as you want to. You can turn this into your meditation practice, or you can take a nap. You can just stay continuing to focus on the rest. If you're ready, you can start to move around a little bit. Gradually bring yourself up to seated, taking your time. Eventually sitting up tall, putting your hands together, rub your hands together. Pull your thumbs toward your sternum, tucking your elbows in at your sides. Take soft inhale and exhale. Acknowledge your practice and the time that you take to practice, the time that you take to focus on your well being, to slow down, to stretch, to know your body. Take soft inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. Thanks for practicing with me. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And please contact us at comebackyoga.org if you have any questions. If you need anything, our amazing staff is happy to help you. And we are excited to be practicing with you. I am excited and happy. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.